Welcome to Michigan in Focus, powered by thecentersquare.com. This episode features a piece by Center Square Michigan reporter Scott McClellan, headlined, quote, "Report U.S. EV Manufacturing Faces Extinction-Level Event," end quote. Here's the story. An Alliance for American Manufacturing report called for tariffs to protect the U.S. electric vehicle market from a quote-unquote extinction-level event caused by Chinese competitors. The report follows Chinese EV maker BYD, the world's largest EV maker, releasing a $14,000 EV in February that could quote-unquote demolish domestic EVs, often $40,000 more expensive. The report says China uses Mexico's trade relationship with the United States to avoid high tariffs. The Institute for Energy Research says BYD will dodge a 27.5% tariff from China by building a factory in Mexico where tariffs are 2.5%. Without high tariffs, U.S. auto executives at Tesla and Stellantis have said BYD could demolish the domestic EV industry. Alliance for American Manufacturing President Scott Paul said America's auto industry, quote, stands squarely in the path of devastation, end quote. Paul said in his statement, quote, fulfilling a plan that's been in the works for decades to dominate its competition in the global auto market, the Chinese Communist Party has weaponized massive state subsidies and the use of forced labor to enable Chinese companies to sell their goods at cutthroat rates around the world, all with the ultimate intent of annihilating auto manufacturers in America and elsewhere, end quote. BYD said it produced more than 3 million new energy vehicles in 2023 compared to Tesla's 1.8 million. Paul called on the federal government to prevent China from quote-unquote trade cheating. The report says China reportedly spent billions of dollars to tap rare earth minerals, build factories, and use slave labor to build cheap vehicles. The report recommends imposing exclusionary tariffs on all Chinese automobile imports to the U.S., enforcing the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, rules of origin for all automobiles, and enforcing the Uyghur Forced Labor Prevention Act on EV metals, automotive parts, battery content, and raw materials. Listeners can keep up with this story and more at thecentersquare.com. This podcast was made with the assistance of AI technology. Please subscribe and thanks for listening.
He ran for state office and was beaten. Started a business and failed. Ran for Congress and lost. But thankfully, Abraham Lincoln didn't give up. Persistence. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.